morning. It's October 26th, and of course, my Mr. Skeleton head is very appropriate. But I wanted to continue talking about knee pain and give you some insight on this whole meniscus injury. And I literally don't have skeletons hanging around my house, but because it's Halloween, I do have a plastic one. So this is my best way to show you the knee anatomy. So this is actually the femur bone, which is your thigh bone, longest bone in the body, and then comes down and attaches to the lower leg bone, which is called the tibia. And then you have this smaller bone on the outside is called your fibula. And then together, obviously, it comes down and attaches to your foot, which is the ankle. We'll get into ankles later. But right now, the knee. And when I talk about meniscus, the meniscus is a material that is in between your thigh bone and your lower leg bone. It's a shock-absorbing material, and it basically helps absorb the shock between your thigh bone and your lower leg bone. So when we're walking, you basically are absorbing that shock. And over time, with osteoarthritis and other injuries, you can injure the meniscus, and the meniscus, it like lays in the center of this. There's an outside meniscus, which is called the lateral meniscus, and an inside meniscus, which is called the medial meniscus. And usually the outer third of the meniscus has a blood supply. The inner 2/3 does not have a great blood supply. So when tears happen in the inner 2/3 of that, most likely they have to go in and trim away with an arthroscopic surgery. They trim away the part of the meniscus. There's all different kinds of tears, but in an adolescent, which is what I learned with Jillian, is that MRI there's, and then a study that I posted in my blog also talked about the high incidence of false positive readings in adolescents because they have tons of nutrient vessels through the meniscus, and so the MRI is often overread as being a tear. In her case, we basically did the basic off sports, and she had lots of inflammation and swelling and a contusion. So whatever she did, whatever mechanism she did after volleyball and soccer, it caused a lot of inflammation. It took her about a good week and a half to 2 weeks for all of that to come down with ice, anti-inflammatories, and decreased activity as far as high impact activity. We still did a ton of stretching, and that's what I want to get into with adolescents. We have to basically, the goal is to obtain full range of motion of any joint before you can start fully strengthening it. And I'm going to show a video of her walking after she had so much inflammation. She was completely not straightening out her knee, and that full knee extension. And if I can show you guys full knee extension, we walk and we strike our heel down first, and then we roll forward at our toe. So we walk heel toe, heel toe. If somebody is walking and they're walking bent and they don't extend, when you extend your knee, it activates your quad muscles, these thigh muscles. If you are constantly walking in a flexed state, you will never be able to fully contract your quads, and that will cause all kinds of issues for strength, power, agility, everything from all different aspects. So we did exercises to help with extension within a pain-free range, always using pain as our guideline. I don't do no pain, no gain, because the body is telling her something that she had pain for some reason. So we work in a pain-free range. Hamstring flexibility on her was horrible, and it still is, and we're working on that every day. Quad stretching, calf stretches, because it all works together. I can't just look at the knee joint by itself. and work this. I have to work everything that's around it. Calves, quads, hamstrings, even in the hip. And I'll keep you updated. She went back to soccer this week, and we're playing in a game today. We'll see how it goes. I hope that's helpful. We'll talk to you guys soon.